What's up, guys? I'm Jess and you're watching Keto Rewind. Welcome back to my channel. Today's topic I thought would be something that would be very beneficial to people who are following my journey. Today in particular has just been sorry for the language, it's been a shit day. It's 11 o'clock in the morning and nothing has gone right yet today. So, which leads me to the topic of today, how to deal with your emotions when you're intermittent fasting, when you're trying to change your life and change your old habits. That's basically the topic I'm going to hit on here, because today I'm experiencing it. So just in general, stuff has just not gone right today. My business, I run a clothing boutique. It's been just a fight today. It's just has an emotional aspect of it. And as with anybody who owns a business or has a busy or stressful job, you just have these days where you're just like, you just want to go mow down the entire row of the pantry and whatever foods you ate. Go out and get fast food, whatever it is that you do when you emotionally eat. Maybe you want comfort foods. But today is one of those days where I'm hitting that in my journey, and I have to find ways to cope now that I've taken away my crutch, my emotional supporter, aka food. For one, I'm fasting. Intermittent fasting is a great way to manage your weight. Even after you've lost your weight, intermittent fasting can help maintain that weight, along with the another huge list of benefits of why you should do intermittent fasting rather. But one of the cool things is I'm fasting right now for another hour. It's only 11 o'clock. I fast from 12 p.m. It's a 16-8 fast, which means I'm fasting for 6 hours and I'm eating for 8 hours. Well, I'm still in my fasting window. My eating window doesn't open up for another hour. It's been a shit day so far. I've had to deal with, my stress for today, and I couldn't use food, which was what I always went to. It's so much easier to go grab some donuts. I mean, it's from this morning till now. It's still breakfast, brunch time. Can't have a bagel, can't have donuts, can't have breakfast sandwiches, all those things that just help you deal with crappy days. So those have all been removed from the situation, for one, because I'm on a diet, and two, I'm fasting, so I can't eat right now anyways, even if I, or I'll break my fast. I'm not saying that, but in general, I will break my fast if I eat now. So I still have another hour, which forces me to deal with this, which is not something I want to do, because it's much easier to eat your feelings away than to deal with it. So you've got to find a way to deal with those emotions, because they're going to be here whether you're on a diet or not. Life is not perfect. Life includes stress. So, this is something that's new to me that I'm going to now deal with. The new me deals with this stuff instead of eats it. So, for one, I was going to give you my tips of how I'm getting through it. And the first one is obviously fasting. A lot of my hectic parts of my day is actually my morning. My afternoons tend to be easier for me, just in my personal business. But mornings are usually kind of crazy and hectic, and getting the kids to school. So all those feelings are much more in the morning. So I am doing the intermittent fasting so I don't break my fast by cheating. And two, I am going for a walk. I have an hour left until I start to eat. So I'm going to go walk. I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to exercise. Or I may just walk around my house because it's nice out. For once, it's not super cold. So I'm going to exercise and I'm going to just walk away. You know, it's unrealistic to be able to walk away the whole day, but there's no reason why you can't take a 10-minute break and just walk away from it, refresh, you know, do some meditation, some breathing, you know, something to switch it up. Even if that means hopping on Facebook and browsing your news feed for some entertainment. I follow lots of, I personally love humor and I love like ridiculous humor. So I follow lots of comedy pages. I follow a lot of mom blogs and stuff where everybody else is a hot mess too. It's not just me. And you know, I'll scroll on Facebook for 10 minutes, you know, just take a break, take a time out, take time and invest in your emotional health. So yesterday it was crazy as well. And I went for a 3-mile walk yesterday. I normally don't exercise, but my husband had some free time and he's like, I got an hour to kill. Do you want to go for a walk? And I did not want to because I'm still sick. You can probably tell by my voice, but I certainly didn't want to go. But as someone who likes to please other people, he wanted somebody to go with him. So I obviously was like, yeah, I'll come, you know, instead of making it for me because I'm the one that really benefits from the walk. Instead, I went because he wants somebody to walk with, you know. So like, but then when I got through the walk, I was shocked how good I felt. What was bothering me, we talked about for the whole walk. So find a workout buddy, by the way. We chatted away and, you know, get some stuff off your chest. You're working out. The walk goes by so fast. You know, I don't need to go out and kill myself. You know, just a simple walk, you know, for 3 miles is a huge, huge stress reliever. So I came back and I felt so good. So today it's another crappy day. So I'm going to go for a walk. It works. So, it's so hard not to give in to all that. I'm in my 30s, so I've had, you know, I've pretty much been an emotional eater my whole life. It just wasn't a problem until I got like I started packing on the pounds about, I can't remember exactly when. It was somewhere between 10 to 13 years ago is when I first started packing on the pounds. So even though I was always an emotional eater, I was a lot busier growing up, running around, so I never had a weight problem. But once you take those childhood sports activities, take that all away, and now you're like in the real world, you lose a lot of that if you don't keep up with it. So I'm still emotionally eating, but I'm not doing anything to work it off. So basically, this is getting back to basics. Back in the day when you're growing up, what did you do? Your mom always told you go outside and play, you know. And that gets a lot of, you know, school was tough. School was, you know, school as a kid. I mean, I loved school and all, but, you know, you still have those crappy days. So we always went out and played. And it's like, it's amazing how that worked, but you didn't think about it at the time. So now fast forward all these years later, getting back to basics. So for one, I highly suggest going for a walk. You know, you don't need to kill yourself, just a regular pace, a walk. Take up, if you're not someone who likes to walk, but maybe you like to dance, take a dance class. Maybe you like to swim, go swim. Just be active, go do something. Yoga, that's something you can do. There's probably 4,000 YouTube videos on yoga and, you know, yoga's not for me. I'm so high strung that I can't, maybe yoga would be good for me. I don't know, but I mean, point being, pick something. You've got to distract yourself. You've got to snap out of it. You've got to like basically get like either a big splash of cold water or a slap in the face. You know, like snap out of it. You've got to find a way to deal with your emotions. And I'm going to deal with it by going for some type of activity. And whether that means maybe I'll take my kids to the park. You know, if I'm stressed out in the evening when they're home, we'll go to the park. You know, just get out. Don't sit there and dwell on it. And then the longer you're sitting there and dwelling on it, the harder it is going to be to resist your temptation to give in. It's way easier to pick up some drive-through on the way home and chow down on it than to deal with your emotions. However, after after you've chowed down on your food, and this is what gets me so much, like, how long does it typically eat a meal? You know, if you really are hungry, you can eat it really quick, but 10-15 minutes, and then you're back to feeling stressed out again. So why are we emotionally eating? Why? So this is the part that I've struggled with. I don't get it, because I didn't really feel any better, because I go back to feeling like shit 15 minutes after I've stopped eating. You know, it only lasts so long. So you've got to find a way to push through, to cheer up, to, you know, talk to somebody like a guidance counselor, a psychologist, a shrink, you know, a friend even. You've got to find a way to push through, because eating is temporary. It doesn't change anything. And that's what I'm learning in this process by adding the intermittent fasting. These issues have still come and haunted me, but the only difference now is I'm not eating my issues. I am finding other ways to direct my attention. So that's one thing I wanted to brush on today. And two, being that I'm on my keto journey, like, I haven't looked at the scale, but I notice how nice my clothes are all fitting me. And that's like a whole nother way to uplift your spirits in a day, because when you decide to wear your outfit for the day, speaking for girls obviously, and you can put on everything in your closet because everything fits again, that's such a good feeling. You know, you can't possibly piss in my Cheerios right now because I'm losing weight and I'm feeling better in my clothes. So that psychologically started my day in a good place. So I'm no longer like dreading having to figure out what to wear, how to cover another roll, or, you know, will my jeans button today, you know, or do I need to wear my fat pants? So overall, like, just being on the journey and seeing this loss and seeing how clothes are fitting again and how everything hangs nice on my body. Plus it doesn't help my case too much. I own a plus size and Mrs. clothing boutique. So like, there's all that temptation there. I want to pop tags and all this new clothes I just got in stock. So, but I don't want to pop tags yet because I'm losing weight and I feel like I'd only wear it for so long and I'll be out of that size because I'm losing weight so quick. So it's been really hard not to tempt myself and just pop tags on my new clothes, because for one, some of the things I haven't been able to wear before, excuse me, because I've been too big and the size, I couldn't fit in the biggest size that I carried. So it's just, that's one whole plus, that I'm going to be able to wear all this stuff. So that emotionally speaks volume in my day, because I start off my day happy with myself. And that is projected everywhere else in my life. You know, and it's just one thing leads to another. And overall, now you're just been in a great mood all day and you adjust better when stuff does happen. I feel like if I were to have had the crappy week that I've had, you know, before I started my keto journey, I know I would be coping with food. This time around, I feel stronger to fight these urges to give in to food and to find other ways to cope. So, in a nutshell, that's my advice right now. How I'm breaking through it, how I'm getting through it is I'm distracting myself. I am exercising, and I'm not talking like you have to go out and walk 3 miles. I just walked 3 miles yesterday because I had an hour to do, and now that's where my husband went, and we talked so much. It went by so fast, and you know, before you know, it's over. So I'm obviously using exercise, and then instead of reaching for food, I'm drinking my coffee, my waters, teas, while I'm through my fast, and it's just getting me through it. And it's tough at first because you can't believe like you're not dealing with food to make it better. Like you're actually pushing through it, which makes me also feel stronger as an individual. So if you have tips or advice on how you cope with your emotions if you're a fellow emotional eater like myself, what have you done to push through it when you're changing your life? Because I want these habits to become the new me. So it's not like I have to think of these things. You know, I just want it to be natural. So what are you doing to help cope with your daily stresses? comment below. I'd love to hear. And if you are new to my channel, I'm Jess from Keto Rewind, and I named it that because I'm rewinding the way I've lived my life for the last 10 to 13 years back to where I was a healthy weight, you know, and on top of the world. So, and I'm using the ketogenic diet, obviously, to reach my goals. So I would love for you to subscribe and hear my journey. I have 140 pounds to lose. I haven't actually looked at what my new total is to lose, but so I had 140, I've lost 23. I have 117 pounds left to lose. So I'm gonna be here for a while. It's not gonna be easy, and I would totally love for you to either join me on this. I hope I can inspire you or encourage you to start a weight loss routine, whether it be keto or something else. Just I hope I inspire you, and I hope you are here just to cheer me along the way. I can use all the support. Speaking of support, I do think it's so important to have a support system while you're doing this. If you have a significant amount of weight to lose, like myself, I had 140 pounds to lose in the first place. I don't know if I could be this successful without my husband doing it with me. My husband is not fat. He's normal weight. He has a couple pounds to lose. He's always been a lot more active than I am. He's a cyclist. But he's doing this with me, and it makes me feel like I'm not alone. You know, he doesn't care. He did keto before it was even popular. Like, he lost a lot of weight a long time ago, and this was before it was ever known that, I mean, I only heard about keto a year ago. You know, this was like 10 years ago. So he was always eating this way, you know, and that's probably why he doesn't have 140 pounds to lose like me. But point being, he's maintaining his weight with keto. So when I cook dinner, I'm cooking dinner that we're all eating the same thing, and he's my support. He's my rock. You know, he helps point me into other directions. Like, he's the one that dragged me out for a walk the other day, you know? So it's so important. You've got to, if you don't have a spouse that can do it, how about get a friend to do it with you? Have a kid, maybe you have an old, or not an old, but like an adult child, or a coworker, somebody. You need somebody to do it with you. And if you need somebody to help motivate you and inspire you, subscribe. I will totally be that person, because I know how important it is to have support. Because if you're living with somebody that does not support the keto diet, for one, or two, wants to sabotage you, it's going to be unbelievably hard for you to do this. You really have to have somebody on board with you that you can do it with. So having help will make all the difference in the world. So totally, either if you can't find your spouse, find a friend, find a coworker, find somebody to be your buddy in this. And at the last resort, pick me. I'd be glad to be it. So hit that subscribe button, by the way, if you want to see more videos like this, of course. Because I'm going to have all kinds of roller coaster emotions while I lose this weight. It's not going to be perfect, and I'm going to have days like today that suck, you know, and I am not going to derail the work I've put in for the past 3.5 weeks. I absolutely can't. So feel free to follow along in my journey and see how I'm pushing through and how I'm winning at this weight loss battle, because I'm going to do it. So that's probably it for today. Like I said, if you have a comment or a tip or something that helps you push through these moments, please comment below. I want to hear it. So, and if you want to see me do a topic on another video, also leave me a comment and I will be happy to make a video on it. So for now, oh, do you like my shirt? I don't know if you noticed in my video yesterday, I own a clothing boutique, so I'm having shirts made up. But how cool is this shirt? It's my Rewind. So in the shirt I had yesterday said Keto Rewind, like my official logo for this. So, and if you want a Keto Rewind shirt, let me know. Obviously I own a clothing boutique, so I can hook you up. So I will see you at the next video. I hope you're having a great day. Stay keto strong. And I'm Jess from Keto Rewind.